So, hi, good afternoon. Just decided to do it a little bit differently from what I normally do. So, just want to take you through a couple of quick charts here. Most of you will probably, who follow me on my website, KeasberryAcademy.com, have already seen some of these trends, but I just want to take you through it in a more interactive way, which is probably helpful for you, hopefully. So let me know what you think. First thing to look at here is the gold chart, the weekly gold chart. I think this requires no comments. You can see that there's been a very, very long correction since July 2020, with a couple of tests of this descending line here. And as I expected, actually, this month we finally broke through that line. Now we're not there yet because you can see we did that before and then ended up with a huge sell-off and still below the line. So let's wait. This is the weekly candle, but I don't expect that we'll suddenly get a sell-off this week to go back below that line. So I think we'll be progressing very quickly towards 1900, and let's say the previous top here would be 1899, around that 1900 level. I think that will happen early next week at the latest, somewhere next week. So picture for gold looking really good. You can see here the MACD crossed over. This does not happen every day, especially in negative territory. The last time that happened was October 2018, and that was the start of a run up from 1190 here, or let's say from 1190 to all the way to the top of 2070 basically. So I think this offers an immense opportunity. We don't see these every day. A lot of people have been suffering for a long time. That suffering should now be over. Any gold stocks you can find, I mean, don't go for juniors unless you are really good at analyzing them and figuring out what the drill results are and so on. Go for the senior miners, and I post some of them on my website quite regularly. Some of the mines that I cover are gold mines, but also silver mines, and you'll see a couple of them coming by in the coming weeks as well, in coming days. I will cover them regularly. I'm not going to discuss them in detail now, but there's many of them, and almost any one that you buy that has this same crossover here, the bullish crossover. As long as the trend is bullish, go out and buy it. It's the best investment ever. Silver has been lagging gold for a while actually. What do we see now? We see a very strong resistance line here around $27.50. We are at the moment, as we speak, at $27.51 here, so we are about to break that. I think we'll probably get a little bit of resistance here, and it could take some time until we can break through this. But also here you can see that we're just very close to a crossover here. RSI bottomed here at 49. You can see this is a nice little triangle with higher lows actually, so that's a very good sign. So everything looks bullish, and this will be a very forceful breakout. Let me just zoom out a little bit. I think we'll get a similar increase as we had from here to here. We will have something similar going up, so we could easily go to $40 and even higher. So I'm very bullish on gold and on silver. Let's look at platinum here. What do we see here? The weekly doesn't tell us much other than that it's still a little bit of a consolidation here after a very strong upward trend. Let's zoom out to the monthly trend so we can get a bit of a better picture here. I think we will go back to the 1340 line and probably find some more resistance there, and then we'll I was expecting a bit more of a consolidation and a bit of a sell-off here towards the 1130 1140 level. Didn't happen, so I think we can forget these little green boxes here or remove them for now. We're clearly over this level of 1190, and we're on our way to 1340. Now one of the stocks that will benefit is Sibanye Stillwater. It's the only one I'll cover here. Clearly a nice bowl shape and some resistance here from the old highs in 2016. Now this is a ridiculously cheap stock. If you look at the earnings, you could basically count on about $2.5 dollars per year worth of earnings which is a PE of less than 10, much less than 10. So I think with the cash flow coming in, with the prices going up of platinum, palladium, rhodium, this is a complete steal, and trust me that when I say that this will double easily. Looking at some of the key cryptocurrencies, let's look at the Bitcoin chart. As you can see, we still have that bullish or the bearish cross here in the MACD, which is normally a warning sign. Now, I do trust religiously that the stock-to-flow model is still alive, and that will end up this year at six-digit numbers for Bitcoin. But we have to pay attention to this signal here that we have some bearish environment here at the moment. One thing that I would also pay attention to is the RSI. You can see clearly that there are some lower tops. That is normally a sign that indeed the buyer strength is going out of the market, and once this crosses over that line again, it will be a really bullish market. What I see here, let me just remove all the rubbish here that we have on the screen, all these numbers and dates. We see a red candle with an engulfing green candle. Now that is a clear sign that we have a bottom in place. This is on the weekly charts. That's last week. This week we are in the green again. I will zoom into the daily here for a moment. We are still dealing with heavy resistance here at 57,700 to 58,000. It's a zone of resistance here. Once we break through that, trust me when I say we'll be very quickly back to $63,000 levels, and I think we are very quickly going towards 70,000, but we'll definitely get some a small zone of resistance here underneath that line, which could be something like this level here. So we have to watch that, but I think I would basically even bet on it that we are going to see this level again this month. Then let's look at Ethereum, and before I look at the Ethereum dollar chart, I want to look at this Ethereum in Bitcoin. This is the key chart. Normally from a principle standpoint, I would always favor Bitcoin over any other cryptocurrency out there, but we have to also understand that there are certain times when it consolidates, and during those times, as we've seen over the past 2 months, when Bitcoin consolidated, you will be able to see opportunities that are really too good to refuse. So what has Ethereum done during those 2 months? Let's see, let's say from end of February, it was at 0.031, around that level here, and from that time it went to 0.06. So we've basically doubled during the consolidation phase of Bitcoin. That proves how big these opportunities are. Are we going to take some profit here? Yes, I've already done that. This was my target, based on a cup and handle. Sorry, it was not a cup and handle. Let me see. It was a reverse head and shoulders pattern here. So you've got the shoulder here on this side in 2018. You've got a head here in 2019. You've got another shoulder here in 2020. And based on that, I extrapolated that the target would be this. That I did a long time ago. We met that target, and I sold 40% of my Ethereum position. I'll keep an eye on it. Ethereum still going up, so it's still good to have some exposure to Ethereum. So for now, I'll leave that. And then on the Litecoin chart, I have to show you the LTC BTC chart, which is, I think, a good one to look at. We had some very heavy resistance here for a long time, and this was the level that I kept an eye on here. So it was a zone from 489, let's say 4,800 to 5,300, where we saw some peaks every time. We went through that, and we went all the way to 6,287 now. At the moment, I don't see any reason to sell Litecoin yet. I think it will go up to the old highs. I will show you the Litecoin in US dollar chart, and you'll see that the old highs are actually not that far away, because we had a spike to $419 in 2017, and we're now at 361. I think we will still make that until the top, and then we'll probably see some resistance. So that's it for now. So thanks for watching, and let me know what you think, and I might do it again. Thanks.